Howdy everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you guys. Today we're going to be listening to Mechanomorphic by Mr. Bill. It's from this year, apparently. It is from like what? 11 days ago? Damn, okay, very recent. This was a special request from Summer Solace. I'm not familiar with this artist, I'm not familiar with the style. But seeing as it's coming from Summer Solace, I'm assuming it's probably some EDM, maybe some D&B, some garage. It's gonna be electronic and fun in general, I assume, but I really don't know. It could be, you know, a metal album and come straight out of left field and I would have no idea. But I'm assuming it's gonna be an interesting listen because I've really enjoyed everything that Summer Solace has sent in so far. I've been really digging the whole electronic vibe. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League and I've been really appreciating that soundtrack from the guys at Monster Cat, and I think that it's just been a lot of fun to just kick back, let loose, and listen to it. You know, you don't have to overthink anything. It's really just more so about feeling the production, and I really like that about it. So I'm expecting to have a good time listening to this. Wide variety of ideas. Only one track on this album has a similar first and second drop. Okay, yeah, so we're in for a ride. We're in for a ride. I really appreciate the donation and the request. Summer Solace, thank you for supporting the channel as always. For those of you that are interested in requesting a project, you can request a reaction to any album of your choosing for $30. We do have promotions as well. If you want to do 2 albums at once, it's $50, and 3 albums is $65. So the more you request at once, the actual cheaper it is in the long run. We have had some people take advantage of the 3 album at once request, so I'm assuming you guys are enjoying it and that it's a good deal. So I'm gonna leave that going for now. I know I'm behind on some of the Patreon posts and on some of the YouTube uploads. I've been very busy recently, but I do have a list of everything that I have to post to Patreon and to YouTube. It's all organized, it's coming. It will get done, unless YouTube blocks it, in which case those videos will be Patreon and member exclusive. And so shout out to the patrons and members. Everyone in the $5 tier and above gets access to these videos early, uncut, ad-free, and they get access to blocked videos. So appreciate you guys for supporting the channel as well. With that said, Mechanomorphic by Mr. Bill. Track 1 is Big Cordy Boy. Oh man, let's fucking go. The album art actually looks pretty similar to some. I follow an artist called Peter Draws on YouTube, and he makes these really detailed, they start off as scribbles and doodles of random lines and shapes, and eventually they sort of take shape as something mechanical and huge on a massive scale with lots of fine details, because he draws with like pens that are super, super fine. And this kind of reminds me of his style, but he does black and white, and this is all colorful and shit. But I think it's really cool. It looks like, oh no, that's running water. It looks like a bunch of broken pipes and yeah, just electronic shit in general. There's a motherboard that I can see there. There's a chip. There's the Monster Cat logo on the top right there. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's a kind of, as you said, a variety of different ideas that the cover art kind of is the same. So yeah, let's listen to this. Very fun. Great melodies. I love the chirpy sound. Yeah, there's some metallic sounds there. Here we go. Great vocal chops. Lovely bounce. The mix is phenomenal too. There's a lot going on. You can hear all of it very cleanly. Some 4 on the floor here. Oh, hell yeah, man. This is really fun.
Here we go. Check.
Oh yeah, a halftime drop here for the second part. That lead is so bright.
Check. Where you at? Go.
I love that plucky bass here, man. This is sick. Really great opener. Wow, dude. What's good, Jaja? What the hell? Damn. What's good, Sammy? Oh, what a vibe, man. What are you up to over there, bro? Visiting family, that's dope. Always good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by as long as you could. That drop is so strange with the tribal drums, dude. Oh yeah. Like the offbeat chord plucks, like some reggae shit. Good God. I think I like the first one better. I'm not a huge fan of the tribal drums that lead into the drop. I think they feel a little out of place, but when we get into the drops, they're very cool. I like the reggae swing to the second half of the track. That first track was just such a strong opener though. This is more my speed, man. I love this tempo. Oh yeah, love the keys. Wow. That's impeccable, dude. From the bounce to the little vocal chops mixed in there to the actual choppiness of the bass and how clean it is with the distortion. That's perfectly executed. The riser is so sweet. It's very high pitched, but it's not harsh. They mixed it really nicely. I love the sub on this bass. Cool little boxy filter here. Nice. Yeah, filtering out the drop to bring in a new atmospheric kind of reverberant moment is really nice. Very good transition. Unless it drops straight back in. Okay, no, it drops into a build-up. I see. What is this going to be? It slowed down. Oh, it turned into like some dark club shit. Those horns are insane. Oh yeah, this is really tough. Oh, they killed it on this. Taking out the reverb. This shit is a bop, dude. Wow. That's crazy. Playlist track. Yeah, I like the use of the vocals here. The vocal processing is really nice. The pitching, the filtering. I like that last song so much. I don't know if this is gonna live up to it, but we'll see how it sounds here. Oh yeah, see, it's a cool drop. Nothing too crazy though. It's all right. It's a little more chill. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one so much. I like the second drop better. It's a little darker, a little moodier. It's got a little bit more intrigue to it, but yeah, the song's cool. It is. I would love for it to be like a minute and a half long, you know? And really treat it like an interlude. It would be much better in my opinion if that were the case. I don't think it needs to be left off. It's just shorter.
Meditating, waiting to break the state I'm in. Need the time
Oh wow, this already sounds much louder, cleaner, brighter, more energetic.
Fall into the darkness. So please don't hold it back, I need it. I'm starving and
Great
I need
vocals.
to feed it. Expression of the soul keeps demons in control. Silence for so long, can't live this way. Can't see right through it, and I'm on my way. Just come and do it, and it's a better day. It's a better day. It's a better day.
Not bad at this at all, though. The horns coming in. That's a vibe. Undeniable.
Meditating, stating now I'm a settle in. Drink so deeply, my creative medicine. Need to feel it now, I'm calmly giving in. Embracing my own darkness. Please don't hold it back, I need it. I'm starving and I need to feed it. Expression of the soul keeps demons in control. I'm breathing deep and floating on this haze. I'm flying through it, and I'm on my way. Just come and do it. Float on this I'm on my way.
I feel like this shit is perfect to have on while you're doing something else, you know? Electronic is one of the best things you can listen to when you're doing something else. There's, for the most part, no real lyrics that you have to pay attention to. It's just vibes. Really just makes everything you're doing that much more exciting. It's a lot of fun. Even as I'm just sitting listening to it, my mind is just like wandering, you know, just daydreaming while this shit plays. It's so cool. Oh my god. That's filthy. Yeah, especially when they chop the vocals and they turn them into like synths and shit like that. This one's also another one of those ones where I'm just cool with it. I'm having fun listening to it. It's not mind-blowing to me though. Oh, this is messy, bro. I see what they were going for, but that one was pretty messy. Yeah, that could have been better. The detune here, closing it out on a weird ass vibe. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Oh, the really loud lead in the background is so nice. This one is really made for like a huge festival. This one absolutely feels like it needs a massive crowd of people stomping and jumping to it. That one's pretty epic. I really like that second drop. See, I feel like this is the wonky bounce that they were going for on that other song that they just messed up completely.
Yeah, I ain't your average Babbitt, more like a maverick. A far side from amateur, stamina leave you staggering. And I've been lab cabin since 95, so it's happening. I J-ruled the damage, your bad news like a pathogen. My flow immaculate, you can say that I've dabbled. Known as a backpacker, a fan of the road less traveled. Your flow,
You're good, Idris.
The fact is you're lacking in all areas ample. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker,
The textures here are so crazy. Wow.
Yo, I'm the example of what you get when you channel everything that you can, burn the both ends of the candle. I drop hammers so heavy, I smash the anvil and elevate the energy standards like solar panels. So grab the holy shit handles and warn the passenger.
Damn, Daniel, damn.
Asking to call the manager. Ravenous, attack a 365 on the calendar. 24/7, taking on all challenge. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on. Bring it on.
This is a really cool drop. Wow, with the detuning, bro. That's so strange. In a good way. It's very interesting. these really slow drops with not a whole lot going on, they have to be very hard to keep your attention. This one's got a massive bass, so it really helps.
Why you starving? Check. 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 Check.
Man, they really go in on the second drops. I feel like most tracks, the second drop is just so much harder than the first. Whoa. He's going in on the solo joint, huh? Wow. Yeah, I feel like it is definitely getting simpler. It started off really crazy and hectic, and now it's like, yeah, it's dying down. That's an interesting approach to it too. Normally these tracks ramp up. I was just talking about how the second drops are normally harder than the first ones. And this one's like the opposite. Kind of peters off a little bit. That's cool. Yeah. Very fun. I love how quirky this one is. Yeah, I like how he's playing around with the bass sounds here, man, and the lead. The gating is insane. This drop is nice, man. Really sounds like some Transformers shit. This is sick, dude. Am I surprised by this song? Yeah, this came in. I've been feeling a little underwhelmed by the songs towards the middle of the album. Like, they've been cool, but not really as captivating and hard-hitting as the first few tracks were. But this one really caught me off guard. This one is a huge one. love this drop. Damn, that one put a smile on my face. That's tough.
As I open the ear canal with decibels, I enlight your brainwave chemicals. As I open the ear canal with decibels, the bass is so impeccable. As I open the ear canal with decibels, I enlight your brainwave chemicals. As I open the ear canal with decibels, my bass is so impeccable. Is so impeccable.
Yeah, he's starting to go in again. Oh my god.
My bass is so impeccable. As I open the ear canal with decibels, I enlight your brainwave chemicals.
It does. It sounds like a drill. It sounds like a power tool drilling into your head.
So impeccable. As I open the ear canal with decibels, I enlight your brainwave chemicals. As I open the ear canal with decibels, my bass is so impeccable.
Yeah, the wonky bounce. The stuttering. Ugh, filthy. Yeah. What, some smooth R&B shit?
I'm annoyed with the process. How you take everything that you want.
Oh, that's
You
interesting.
deny that it's selfish. How you want control. What about if I protest and expose everything that you're not? Would you act like you're helpless? Hey, I think I'm hesitant about to shatter. Feel my blood rush. I might combust. I'm sick of how you're treating me, gaslighting and deceiving me. You don't have me at the ready. You've been warned, can't ignore. I feel so
The way it started off as like a smooth R&B track and built into this was so cool, man. The vocals are awesome. This bass is crazy. The lead is so nice. It's so loud. It's so polished. I love it. The synth horns, dude, so majestic. Oh, that's so tough. Hey, little trap sounds here. Yeah, same. I feel like for the most part it actually is pretty tame. You know? I wouldn't say there are a whole lot of bangers. There's a lot of fun tracks on here though. This is cool, yeah. I like bass heavy drops though. This one isn't too heavy on the bass. Really big synths, which I enjoy. I respect it. Different styles. I think it's cool though that the more that I listen to music like this, the more I actually discover the specific style that I enjoy, you know? I mean, I kind of like all of it. None of it is really bad. I have things to enjoy about all of it, but I know which style I prefer. And I didn't before. Like I'm starting to get increasingly understand the different genres within electronic music, and find out which ones I like better than others.
Let me marvel at you, babe. Show me your will. Now my eyes are ready for love. I've carried you deep, cradled you closely within me. Would hate it all. Couldn't stand another minute. I count to 3. My eyes are ready. My eyes are ready. My eyes are ready.
This is how you make things sound plucky and interesting without being too messy.
Let's go.
This is his second solo track. Wow, okay, yeah. Oh, this is very radio friendly. I know exactly what he was going for with this. was. Started off strong. That's how you hook them in. And then when you get to this part, it's too late. Honestly, this isn't too crazy though for something that's on the radio. I mean, wasn't like Bangarang by Skrillex on the radio at one point? Bangarang is a less approachable song than this, I think. I would say in terms of like approachability, for people who aren't super into the genre, but they could still listen to it, this is on like a similar level to like Where Are You Now with Justin Bieber, and that was on the radio all the time. I don't think this is too much harsher than that, you know? It's a little bit more leaning into the genre, or I'd say quite a bit more leaning into the genre than Where Are You Now, but it's not that much heavier, you know? It's not that much more abrasive. It's still kind of bright, it's still kind of easy on the ears, much easier than it could be for sure. So I'd say definitely this is radio friendly still. I'm certain this is nowhere near as guttery, grimy, dark as he could have made it. He even kept the drops short too, just a few bars. Yeah, that's definitely, I think he was going for a radio track with that one. I guess we'll see. This is pretty recent. It might end up on the radio within the next few months. Really depends on how much Monster Cat's willing to push that. It's like the only cars that Monster Cat wants their music playing in are the cars in Rocket League. That's just a playful little dig at Monster Cat. I love those guys. Oh yeah. He picked things up a little bit here for these last few tracks to close out the project. Very chirpy, very bleepy, very beepy, very glitchy. I like it. Man, those synths sound so huge. Oh yeah, see, I love what he's doing here with the bass. yeah, man. Okay. Mechanomorphic. Mr. Bill. I'll say this, if you're gonna listen to it, if you're gonna listen to it like just sitting down, putting on headphones and just listening to it, this could be a little shorter and some of the songs could have been left off. But that's a personal preference. Obviously it's art, everything's a personal preference, but just because I prefer the really hard-hitting tracks. I prefer it when, during a drop, the focus is really more on the drums and a really, really interesting layered, textured bass line. And all of the synths and melodies are very reverberant and atmospheric over the top. Whenever you get a drop where the main focus is really on the super bright synths that are right in front of you and in your face, and the bass kind of takes a back seat to it. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. I think it's energetic and bright, but it's not my favorite. And there's a lot more of that on this project than what I mentioned beforehand. If you want to know what I'm more into, that Muerte project we listened to was it, dude. That was it. That was amazing. And this is a little bit more. It's a bit less dark than that one. I like the super cinematic orchestral instruments with violins soaring over these super heavy bass lines. It's like, you know, but this is more bright, poppy. It's a bit more fun. It's a bit more lighthearted. It's a bit more approachable. And I do enjoy it. I do. I really do. I think the project is very, very good. But as with most electronic music, you got to be doing something. You got to be driving. You got to be at a party. You got to be, you know, getting high, however you do it, however you decide to get high. You want to maybe be having a drink or a conversation with friends, or you're washing dishes, or you got to be doing something so that this can become the soundtrack to whatever you're doing. That is the best way to enjoy this. It's going to turn everything that much more fun, that much more playful, that much harder, more, you know, cinematic and more enjoyable if you're listening to it that way. It's really well produced. It's very, very well mixed. I said this, I think, during the last electronic music video that I did. The EDM guys, they're the best engineers out there. No one's really mixing music like they do. No one's really producing music like they do, you know? It really is another level. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy picking it apart so much when I listen to it. Yeah, I had fun listening to it. Definitely, though, the way that I listen, it's not a reaction video album where you sit down, you put on headphones, and you just critique for an hour. You're going to end up not enjoying it as much, and you're going to end up being overly harsh. So definitely find something interesting to do. Listen to it while you're doing that. You'll see how much more fun it is. For sure, man. But this is a really solid project. I had no idea who Mr. Bill was. And honestly, his 2 solo tracks were standouts. He had a lot of features on this project, but his 2 solo tracks were both standout tracks. He's really, really good at this shit, you know? So I'm going to keep an eye out for his music in the future. Thank you so much for putting me onto him, Summer Solace. I really appreciate it, man. And thank you guys for watching. So I left my plugs at the start of the video. I will see you guys next time. Summer Solace, you have a good night, dude. I gotta head out. But thank y'all for watching. I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves until next time. Stay safe, as always. Peace out.